Okay, so everyone, my name's Lance Archer. Welcome back to Destiny. It's Friday, which means Zer has come back down. So I'd like to apologise first off for a few things. If you should hear any construction work in the background, it's due to the fact that my neighbours have now begun the heavier side of construction on the new set of apartments which are being built behind where I live currently. Secondly, I didn't do a Zer video last week because I was away at a comic convention for the majority of the weekend. Last Friday was the sort of like the early day, so I was there from say 9 AM onwards pretty much all day. And another thing, if my voice is a little bit raspy, is because I believe I have con flu now. So I've come out of the con, I have the con flu. So if you should hear any of those construction noises in the background, apologise in ahead of time. I have no control over that. So that being said, let's get on with what Zer has for this week. So we have the Legacy Engram for the helmet, strange coins at 29 again. Next we have the Crest of Alpha LUPI. This is for the Titan. Don't forget hunters have their own equivalent to it as well. This is rocking an intellect strength roll. So this perk is super, generate an extra orb, revive, and be revived faster. So for those you know, Crest of Alpha LUPI took a little bit of a nerf along with I say the two Alpha LUPI chess pieces. So this Titan one and the Hunter one took a bit of a nerf. Same with Light Beyond Nemesis, because all three of these fall on the categories of faster reviving teammates. They've done it that it's now slightly slower. It used to be obviously back in the day when you had this, you could do a slide revive and your person that you've revived or teammate you revived would be up fairly quickly. Now it's been nerfed a little bit, so it's still a viable option in Trials of Osiris and anything involving sweaty competitions like skirmish or elimination of that matter. It can still be used. So this is here. Next we have the Mask of the Third Man. This is for the Hunter. It's a helmet. This is a purely intellect roll, so this is essentially used for art blading. So its perk is Art Blade attack uses less super energy. So back when Art Blade was heavily used, this was a great must to have, because obviously you could run around longer and get more kills with the Art Blade. Now it's very rare you see people use an Art Blade. This helmet even less so, because I'm pretty sure most people would rather run skip nades as opposed to having a quicker, or say a slower cooldown. Quicker cooldown? Slower cooldown? Essentially where you get to use less super energy up. But yeah, this is for the Hunter. Like, it's not really been used anymore, so it's, if you don't have it, get it for the collection purposes only. The roll on it I think this week is pretty bad. It's purely intellect at 94. I think if you get anything under 100, it's not worth having, even if it's a single roll. But we'll check out what the tier 12 stand is afterwards. Next we have the Skull of AHAMKARA. This is the helmet for the Warlock. This is rocking an intellect roll only as well. So its perk is take reduced damage while using Nova Bomb, improve energy drain abilities. As a Warlock, I've had this helmet. I've never really used it personally. It's okay. I've seen some people use it, but no one really uses it anymore because there are other abilities and exotics you can use instead of this. So yeah, in terms of this helmet, it's okay, but like I said, there are other ways around it. I think the roll on this one's pretty low as well. I think it's even lower than, it's lower than that. That's the Mask of the Third Man. It does look like these two are fairly good rolls this week. But yeah, but obviously we've got Glass Needles, so later on you can go through and re-roll that if you need to. Right, weapon of the week is the Hard Light Auto Rifle. This is the AR, which was all the way back in year 1. So this is the gun which gives you essentially laser beams. So here, rounds fired from this weapon have no damage fall off, over penetrating targets, and ricochet off hard surfaces. So if any of you have seen it or have used it, you know what this is. Essentially it's like a light show from a gun, so you can just ricochet rounds everywhere. Some people have gone onto YouTube to do challenges where they can only get kills with ricochet rounds. Some are funny, some are quite bad. It's hilarious to try and do it anyway. But yeah, this gun is quite amusing. So it's got obviously quick draw, and it's got glass full on there. This is a gun I think that could have done with an ornament. I personally think it's a great weapon. I've always enjoyed using it. But I personally think this could have done with a bit of an ornament upgrade, because you've had a few of the exotic weapons get upgrades ornament wise. So I thought Hard Light would have been a good option to have one. Alright, so next we go into the weapon bundles. We have the Red Death and the White Steel. Oh, sorry, Red Death and the Steel Witch. White Steel. Steel Witch. And then we have the Monte Carlo and the Super Spy. This has been the same. This was one the same that dropped a couple of weeks ago. Super Spy is the red and black ornament for the Monte Carlo, but yeah, this is essentially sort of the same what we had 2 weeks ago, except for this one obviously just has a different ornament. But these are pretty much the same weapon bundles we had a couple of weeks back. No change there then. Alright, next we have obviously the Curioses, the drives, your heavy ammo synths, your 3 coins, and your glass needles, which I would need to pick up because I was re-rolling some stuff and I still haven't got the perfect rolls that I'm after. So the reforging continues. Obviously material exchanges are here, strange coins for exotic shards and motes for lights for strange coins. So that's that. In terms of what's the best thing to get for this week, the LUPI for the chest piece for Titans is probably your best bet. And if you haven't got hard light, just as a fun weapon in general, it's worth having. Right, so apparently the percentile roll on the Skull of AHAMKARA is at 79%. This is probably the lowest I've ever seen a exotic roll ever. It is pretty bad. Mask of the Third Man, 82%. That is pretty bad as well. These are 2 badly rolled ones this week. So if you do feel the compelling need to buy these and use these in the Crucible or whatever PvE event you're doing, best bet, pick these up and just re-roll it for anything better than these. Like these 2 rolls, probably the worst you could ask for. So glass needles, re-roll them, your best bet. Wow, these are pretty bad. Okay, so that's that for Xur. It's 2 weeks, I think, until E3, so who knows what we get in terms of Destiny 2 announcements and news. So hopefully we'll get an announcement of when the beta is. People are speculating it's the 17th of the 7th. So just because of Bungie liking their 7s. Possibly it's a viable option, but who knows. E3's in 2 weeks. They may drop it immediately after E3, but we shall see. So that is it for Xur this week. I hope everyone has a great weekend. Oh wait, before I go, has everyone noticed that for the last month the Crucible Quartermaster was selling like God Roll Pallies? It's insane. I don't know what they're trying to do, but it's just insane. I know the Pally is a weapon you go to if you've never had a good roll Luna, but I'm just saying the palindromes of the last month have been insane. If you've not been able to pick one up, I suggest just go picking up this week's one, because this week's one is really good. I believe the roll is this one, yeah. So you've got Icarus, you've got Hot Swap as well, Rifle Barrel, you don't really want explosive rounds, and Luck in the Chamber. So you know, not bad at all. So yeah, that's this week's one. But yeah, have a great weekend, take care, and I'll see you all in the next video, and let's all be hyped for Destiny 2 as usual. Take care and bye.